Queen, yes! Eat them
Yes.
up, girl!
You
You
go,
better
Queen.
eat them
Eat
up.
them up, girl.
You
I
go,
see
Queen!
you.
Ooh, yes, Queen, yes!
Ooh,
Why is
yeah.
there a dog?
Ooh,
Yes,
yeah.
Queen, yes!
Yeah.
You go, Queen! Yes, show that foot!
Yes.
Yes!
Eat them
Yes!
up.
Yes!
Slay, mama,
Yes!
slay.
Yes, yes!
Ah,
Slay,
yeah.
slay, slay,
Slay,
slay.
slay.
Yes,
Gay,
Queen,
gay, gay,
slay,
gay,
slay,
gay,
slay,
gay,
slay,
gay,
slay,
gay,
slay,
gay,
slay.
Ooh, yes.
Slay,
Yeah.
slay,
Yeah.
slay,
Yeah.
Dogs there too.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Welcome
yeah,
back.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Go,
Yeah.
slay, 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 gaggity, gag, slay, gag, gag, gaggity, gag, gag, gaggity, gag, slay, slay, gaggity, gay, 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 slay, slay, gay, slay, gay, slay, 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 gay, gay, yeah.
Doggy! You're in the camera, by the way.
Bitch, I know. I ate someone in my previous life.
This is my dog, by the way.
I eat Elmo's glue.
Happy gay! Happy gay! Yes, gay. You go, gay. Eat that, gay. Go, gay. Gaggity, gag, gag, gay. You gay. Everyone gay. Charlie XCX, snatch my wig. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? So today we're talking about the gay again. If it wasn't obvious, yes, I am very gay. We have gay in the DNA. We are gay homo sapiens. Yes, we push agenda like Willy Wonka. We have books about gays. We have city full of gays, Los Angeles, and we are gay. So, anyway, on to the video.
Pride Month is almost over. Thank God, because if I see another rainbow flag on my feed, I might buy a pack of Skittles and start slingshotting them at my screen.
No, 50-50, man.
So we're just getting straight into this. I'm already tired. You know, you could just call me an after. I'm okay with that than being hit by a rainbow skittle, but you know what I mean.
My distaste may come as a surprise to some people, considering I'm actually a part of the LGBT community. In case you haven't noticed from my endless references to titties and busty Latinas in the past 10 videos, I like hot chicks. This is not a coming out video. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I don't need a rainbow flag and a teary-eyed video confessing the fact that I like big butts and I cannot lie, but it may be interesting to hear that I'm actually extremely ashamed to be a part of this community. And look, I know we've come a long way. There was a period of time when anyone who wasn't heterosexual was scrutinized or in severe cases, even killed. And as glad as I am that I can walk down the street holding a girl's hand and not face the scrutiny, I also feel like we've passed the point of acceptance and are now at the point of blatant indoctrination.
Even though our rights are being still taken away in most countries, being gay is literally illegal in 62 countries and punishable by death in 7 countries. To add more to the fire, only 38 countries have legalized gay marriage. And now you can say that, oh, but we've pushed the past of acceptance. However, people in other countries are still being targeted, hate crimes even, because of the rise of homophobia and transphobia in those countries. There is still progress that still needs to be made today, and that is still not being made today. I also find it funny when Christians do it, it's fine and dandy all of a sudden. Like, they can spread their straight agenda, it's considered fine. But when the gays do it, white women cry in turmoil.
Someone has to say it. These pride parades have gotten disgusting. It's not even about acceptance anymore. It's a provocative and aggressive public display of hypersexuality and fetish. What was supposed to be an accepting and innocent space has turned into a hostile freak show.
None of this has happened. None of this shit has happened. Are there kids around these parts of these parades? If not, these adults can do it because there's no kids. You should not be worrying about that. Now, if there were kids, I would have issues because kids should not be around these areas like kink. However, most of the kids in the show don't even have children or are pretty tame. Like, one of them doesn't even show the whole kink thing. So, fork found in kitchen scenario.
I didn't go to Pride, never will, unless it's to document the absurdity of it.
So you don't get to speak. If you haven't been there, you should not be talking about this. Again, this is like saying I hate oranges and then saying I never eaten oranges. Even though you hate oranges, girl, the double standards.
Why not? You're nothing but a prostitute. How dare you call me a prostitute? But you are! You better say sorry. Why should I? Go to hell.
This community has managed to weaponize its own labels and use them unfairly, not hesitating to label any opposition as transphobic or homophobic. It's funny because we used to be the ones complaining about intolerance. Two girls holding hands in public were at risk of being fucking shot. They couldn't adopt kids, get married, start a family, so I completely understand why we spent so many years fighting for tolerance. But we have it now. And ever since we've been shown tolerance, we're now the ones refusing to reciprocate it. We've now become the side that is intolerant to opposing beliefs. The script has flipped completely, and it's not for the better.
When I tell you this, when I hold your hand, you're still a minority. Even if you are privileged, being a white woman who is a lesbian, that does not mean that other people get the luxury that you have. When trans people, specifically trans women, are being hate crimed, trans people don't have the luxury of healthcare or even the opportunity to grant jobs because of the rise of transphobia. Here's something from my source that I will quote.
Despite the protections of the Affordable Care Act and other laws that prohibit discrimination, transgender people continue to encounter barriers to care. Transgender people face significant job loss and job fragility, and therefore a higher rate of insurance. While many public and private insurance plans have removed exclusions that blatantly target transgender people, many plans continue to deny coverage for medically necessary care. Even when transgender people have access to comprehensive coverage, discrimination is still prevalent in many healthcare settings and contributes to health disparities when compared to the U.S. general population. Discrimination is particularly dangerous in emergency situations and in rural areas where there may be few alternates if one provider refuses to treat transgender people.
This is why we're still fighting. Even in the recent Trump administration, they are cutting Medicare to trans people. This is why we are still fighting no matter what.
Why not? You're nothing but a prostitute. How dare you call me a prostitute? But you are! You better say sorry. Why should I? Go to hell.
For an 8-year-old kid to be thinking like that, they would either have to be medically neurotic or extremely brainwashed by social media. I didn't have TikTok or Instagram as an 8-year-old kid, thank God. And I feel genuinely sorry for kids growing up on these platforms being exposed to all of these attention whoring and degenerate ways of life.
And the things you show are trans people existing. What? Like, yes, social media did exist, but last time I checked, it wasn't their fault that their FYPs selected content for queer people. The reason why I found Pride was because of a video about makeup and literally about gay marriage being legalized in 2015. And then I realized, oh, that I'm gay. Now that was from a YouTube, but still acceptance being provided or people realizing they were gay was like a turning point for me. That's how I found Mac Does It and other YouTubers like him.
They don't get to see that all the real trans people are discreet. You don't know that they're trans because they don't want you to know. They want to blend in as a normal person and live a normal life as their changed gender. They don't want anyone asking their pronouns. They want it to be so obvious that you just assume their gender. That's why they spent thousands of dollars on corrective surgeries, so that you could look at them and not ask what they are.
Are you saying they're DL? Cause last time I checked, coming out as trans isn't like discreet. I don't know if I missed the context, but that's pretty offensive. Also, healthcare is heard right now. And you calling surgeries as the only way to transition is kind of transphobic. There are many ways of transitioning, like coming out, hormone therapy, changing legal documents, etc. Not just transgender transition surgery. Sorry, I just had to put that out. So, I'm done. My take on this video, a nitpick I have is the editing style. It's not my cup of tea. It feels like a lot like brain rot material, which isn't their fault. It's just not my cup of tea. Also, I do have issues that also need to be discussed, and that is because of the transphobia that is sprinkled in the video, which I have problems with. But I'm not going to blame you. I'd rather let trans people speak on this issue more in my comments. So that's it from me. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Bye! Bye!